I got a story about a mechanic that'll drive mechanics insane. When I was 12 years old, my uncle, he was a mechanic. So he brought me on weekends into his shop and I started working on cars. I worked with him for 2 years and I enjoyed it a lot and I learned a lot, including brake systems. So when I was 14, he took me Saturday to his shop to get some work done on a car. Some brakes needed to be done. And he had hired a new mechanic to work in the shop. Now, this is the first time I ever met this guy, and he seemed a little off, and he was really an alcoholic. He was just a bad alcoholic. So bad that when my uncle left to get parts, he went out to his car, opened the trunk up, and just started smashing beers down. He must have drunk a six-pack in like 5 minutes. That's how bad of an alcoholic he was. So after that, the dude was already drunk when I met him that day that we got there. He was already drunk. And my uncle told me, just ignore him. If he starts saying anything to you, let me know everything he does. I was like, okay, no problem. So my uncle did not know that he had drank a six-pack while he was gone that afternoon. But about an hour later, when my uncle gets back to the shop, he told this guy, I believe his name was Dan. I think that was his name. I'll just call him Dan. So my uncle tells Dan that the engine, that a motor for the little, I think it was a little Honda Civic he was working on. He said, I fixed it and I just need you to lower the motor back into the car and hook it up because we need it to go out tomorrow. So he took me over there and he's like, all right, Wayne, let's go. So we went over there. I lowered the engine into the car. And yeah, it went in nice and neat. So I thought. Well, I wasn't paying attention and I didn't realize it, but when I lowered the motor in the car, it set sideways on the engine mounts. And yeah, the front half up toward the driver's side was actually a little crooked. So the top part of the motor was actually pointing toward the front of the car. It was kind of bizarre. So Dan looks at the motor and I looked at Dan and I said, is that motor crooked? And he goes, nah, I can put it in. Don't worry about it. You did a good job. So Dan decides to go ahead and start putting everything on this engine. I mean, he started putting everything on it when the engine wasn't even sitting in the engine bay. It was crooked. So me and my uncle, we left the shop that night, left him working on it. This guy was drunk off his ass. I told my uncle on the way home that he was drunk. And my uncle started getting concerned. I go, man, my uncle goes, man, I hope he's getting that motor put in right. I should go in the morning to check it out. That would be Sunday morning. My uncle calls me at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning and says, hey, he put the engine crooked. The engine ain't even installed right in the car. And he put it back together. And I don't know how he did this. But I'm going to come pick you up because we need to take everything out, lift the engine, and set it in there right. Needless to say, that took up my whole Sunday, which, hey, it is what it is. If I would have told my uncle about the engine being crooked before he took me home, when I first lowered it in there, then my uncle could have stopped it, got rid of the guy, sent him home, and put the engine in right. But that's my crazy story.
Until the next one, my friends, stay crazy.